Hi guys, my name is Marlee and welcome to my very first book video. You have no idea how excited I am to finally be starting a booktube. I've wanted to do this for so long. I made this account years ago and I just never started, but we're doing it now. And there's literally no better video to start off with than a TBR jar video, which is exactly what we're doing today. I'm going to be picking out my December TBR, my birthday month TBR, and I'm super excited. So let's just get right into it. All right, so I don't have a jar, but I do have this bowl, and that's what we're going to be using as our little makeshift jar. Maybe I'll get one hopefully soon, but until then, we're using the bowl. And I have prompts in here, and basically, those are just going to help us choose the books for the TBR for December. I think I'm going to pick six. I want to keep it realistic because I have been in a huge reading slump this year. Let's just get started with number one. Okay, let's mix it up. I'm not looking. I promise I'm not going to cheat. Which one am I going to choose? Let's choose this one. I'll show you first. Can you read that? Oh, my finger's in the way. Sorry. What does it say? Different color spine. Okay, I think what I was meaning by this is like the spine has to be a different color than the book cover. Huh. That might be a little challenging. Let me look at my books and I will come back to you. I just did a little look around my shelves and I quickly realized that not many books meet this prompt, but I did find a couple. So the first thing I actually laid my eyes on were my Emily Henry books. All of those books would have fit the prompt. However, I am not really in the mood to read an Emily Henry. I feel like she's more of like a summer time author and it's gonna be December. So not like the greatest time, honestly. And then a couple of my other romance books did fit this. However, my eyes landed on one book and I immediately knew what I was going to choose. And that is Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. The cover is purple and the spine is yellow. So this does perfectly fit the prompt. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited for this book. This is the sequel to the book Better Than the Movies, which I read, it would have been 2 years ago. And I loved that book. That book follows Wes and Liz, and it is a high school romance book, definitely YA. And then this book is basically them in college, and it's kind of like a second chance romance, I'm pretty sure. What I've heard is this book definitely wasn't like needed. It didn't need to be written. Better Than Movies is definitely like a complete standalone and you don't need to read anything else to be fulfilled. However, this was kind of like an added book because people love these characters so much, I guess, and I'm so excited to read it. All right, we've started off so great, so let's pick prompt number two. Okay, this one, what's it say? Continue a series. Okay, I feel like we have so many options for this. Let's see, what do I want to read? I could continue the Boys of Tommen series. I've read the first four, but I need to read Taming Seven next. Ooh, I could finish the Windy City series as well. I could finish the Twisted series by Anna Huang, the Avatar series. What else? The Briar U series. Goodness, there's so many. I'm in the middle of like 20 series right now. I'm pretty there's definitely others on here that I'm not thinking of. But let me kind of get some options narrowed down and then I'll pick one. All right, I picked two books to kind of narrow it down. And the first one being Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford. This is definitely a good option. I love this entire series so much, and I honestly have been putting this off a little bit just because I don't want it to end. But this is definitely a good option. And my other option for this prompt is definitely ambitious, and that is A Chord of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. This book is a brick. It's insane. Oh my goodness. While this is very ambitious of me, I honestly really just want to finish this series. I read the first four and I did like them. However, I don't feel like I liked them as much as everyone else has. But I feel like this is definitely going to be my favorite. I think I'm going to definitely be a fan of Nesta and the person that she ends up with more than I am of Feyre, and I don't want to give couples away if you never read the book. I feel like I'm gonna like Nesta and her partner better. I liked Feyre and her partner, but I feel like this is gonna be my favorite. Honestly, I'm very torn, but I think I'm just gonna be ambitious and pick this one. So this is gonna be the second book on the TBR. Alright, prompt number 3. Oh, alright, get off, there was 2. Okay, I'm not dropping it, but I'm also trying not to look so I can show you first. Can you read that? Oh, it's upside down. It says sad book. Oh no. Oh gosh, that's not good. I just looked through my shelves and this is another one that I didn't have very many books for, partly because I don't usually read sad books because I don't like them. I'm reading, I don't want to be sad, honestly. And when I say sad books, I mean like books that don't have like a happy ending. That's what I meant when I put this prompt. And so I didn't have very many. I honestly only had two, and one of them I just don't have any interest in reading, which I'll tell you that one was The Song of Achilles. I don't have any interest in it right now, so that one did not get chosen. But so that kind of default led to the other one being chosen, and that is If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan. This is the sequel to If He'd Been With Me, and although I don't really think like the main sad event definitely happens in the first book, I think I think it's a mix of the events from the first book told from a different perspective, and we also get some more of the aftermath and healing. I think that's basically what this book is. I'm scared. I don't like sad books, really. I don't. But besides that, I did not love If He'd Been With Me because it just felt so mundane and like we were just following a high schooler through everyday life. Then at the end, like literally the last like 50 pages was like boom, plot twist, and now you're sad. And it's just I didn't love the first book. So hopefully I'll like this one better and hopefully I'll get more insight into everything. Oh my gosh, we're already halfway done, and I feel like we definitely have an interesting TBR so far. So let's just keep going. Prompt number 4 time. Let's get to the bottom. Uh-oh, that was a lot of them. All right. Ooh, spicy book. Okay, let's see what we got. All right, when I was thinking about this prompt, I immediately my head went to dark romance because I feel like that's going to be the spiciest books, honestly. Just because a lot of rom-coms, at least I don't know. I feel like that's kind of something that you don't always know until you read the book, unless you hear it like mentioned in a recommendation. And I just some authors I know are more spicy than others. And honestly, the book that I chose for this, when I immediately looked at my dark romance, I was like, yeah, this is probably out of the ones I haven't read, one of the spiciest. And that is Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark. This is the first book in the Brutal Birthright series, and I have people say that this is dark romance, but then others say that it's like basically just like not that dark and it's kind of like dipping your toes. So I'd say this is definitely on the lighter side of dark romance. I've never read a Sophie Lark book, but I love this cover. It's honestly what drew me to the book in the first place, which I mean, hey, let's be so for real. covers do matter, and everyone judges books by their covers. I know I do. I mean, it's got to be a good cover because you can bet that I'm not gonna put an ugly cover or specifically a cover with like a shirtless guy on it on my shelves. If I don't like the cover, it's not going on my shelves. Sorry, hate to break it to you, but that's the truth. And she slayed this, honestly, or whoever. I know she obviously probably didn't design it, like she didn't draw it up, but if she had a hand in designing it, then she slayed. And whoever drew this slayed. Anyways, I honestly have no idea what this is about. However, I do know that there is literally drawings in this book. Like, let me show you an example. I love how I'm looking for an example. Oh, I found one. Oh my gosh, I cannot show you this one. I literally can't find another one. Okay, here I will show you this one. There's like actual drawings in the book of like things, and there's like drawings of the spicy scenes. And I'm just like, whoa, do I really need to see that? I don't know. But it's there if you go buy the physical copy, or it's even probably in the Kindle book, honestly. However, I feel like that if you're gonna put spicy drawings in a book, I feel like it's gonna be really spicy. I don't know. We'll see though. Alright, we're on prop number 5 now. I don't know how we've made it this far so quickly. Let's make it a good one. Alright, well, that was like 4. Hold on. I'm not looking. Okay, this one. Oh my gosh, it just says romance. Okay, that's basically like a free for all. Hmm. I don't know what I want to pick. Honestly, like there's a lot that I could do. Oh my goodness. I didn't even realize this book was sitting right in front of me, but that's definitely going to be the one that I pick. As soon as I saw this, I was like, yeah, Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. I need to finish this series. I've been putting it off. I've been scared, but I need to finish it. This is the 5th book in the Windy City series. 5th and final, unfortunately. This is following Rio. I've been waiting for his book, just like everyone else, for so long. And this has been out for months. I was so excited for this book to come out, and then I've just ignored it. I'm scared and I don't want it to end. And I'm just like scared because like I love Rio and I hope she does injustice. I feel like she will though, definitely. Every book in this series has been 5 stars for me, and I'm just like, like what if it's not 5 stars? You know what I mean? But I feel like it is. I trust her 100%. This is a hockey romance. This book, Rio, is the teammate of the guy in the first book. So that's kind of the connection. But this series is unique because it's not just following one sport, it's actually following 3 different sports. The first book is a hockey romance, the second book is basketball, and then the third and fourth are baseball, and this is hockey. And they're all like interconnected, and it's found family. By this point, all of the characters like know each other and they're all friends. And it's super cute, and I love these characters. And I'm so excited to read this book. All right, we've made it to the final prompt. Somehow, this has been such a wild ride, and it's been so much fun. And I can't wait to do this again other months. But I feel like we've gotten a lot of romance. We've had 4 romance and then 1 fantasy so far. So maybe we'll see if we can get like a mystery or a thriller or something. We've also had like a good mix between adult and YA. But I'm hoping maybe another adult book. Just because I'm not a huge YA fan. Anyways, let's pick the last prompt. Okay, let's go with this one. What's it say? Matches nails. Oh my gosh. Okay. I forgot that I put this one in here. Oh, that's fun. Okay, let me show you my nails. Before I show you, please don't judge. I am a huge nail biter. Like literally, it is so bad. And it's been all 18 years of my life. I cannot stop. And I just got my first set of nails put on. Like acrylic nails put on like ever in my 18 years because I was such a bad nail biter. And they're also really grown out right now. And they're a little weirdly shaped because she was working with not much. So they don't look amazing, but they look way better than they did when I walked in there. and she definitely works some magic. So, these are the nails that I have right now. They're pink and they're going out. Oh, hello. So we need to find a pink book, which means it's probably going to be a romance book. But that's okay because that's definitely my favorite genre. So let me look at my shelves. All right, I'm not going to lie. I've been looking around my shelves for a good hot minute because my nails are pink. And so I guess I could technically pick any pink book, but I wanted to like match the colors, like, like the shade. My nails are like a nude pink. And so I'm not gonna pick like Binding 13 that you see right up there. You know what I mean? Obviously I've already read that, but like also the color. So I was like looking around trying to find a good match. And it was taking me a while because the books that were matching the most, like I've already read them. As in like Love and Other Words and I think Love on the Brain was the other book that I was like, oh, this looks like it matches so well, but I've already read it, so can't pick that one. But I feel like I honestly found a pretty good match. So the final book for this month's TBR is going to be Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. I feel like this is perfect because it has multiple different shades of pink on the cover. And if you look down here, that's a pretty good shade match, honestly. So, this is the final book for the TBR. I'm so excited to read this book. I've had this book for so long, and I've just never gotten around to reading it, honestly. But December is the month. December is the month. So, this is kind of a dark romance, but I think it's more dark, like not fun dark, like emotional dark. I think that's more of the vibe of this book. It starts out in a very sad way. I'm not gonna spoil it, but if you know, you know. I I don't really know if it's a spoiler. I don't think it says on the back of the book exactly why they meet. I did have it recommended to me though in a very specific way. So I do know what is in this book, but it starts out a little sad. The terms are a little sad, but then I think it gets better and there's definitely some healing in the book. All right, that is it for this TBR. This is this is the whole stack for the month. So we have Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter, A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, If Only I Told Her by Laura Nolan, Brutal Prince by Sophie Lark, Rewind It Back by Liz Tomford, and Darling Venom by Parker S. Huntington. I feel like that's a very good mix of books, and I'm super excited about all of these. So stay tuned throughout the month to hopefully see me read all of these books in some way, in some video. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye!